Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Gamester TV. A shout out to everybody in Twitch that has been trying to help us troubleshoot what's been going on with the stream on and off over the last few weeks around buffering and that kind of thing. I can assure you we're doing everything in our power to make sure that things work out for you, ladies and gentlemen. Your viewing pleasure is our priority. So I have changed my server configuration tonight. That hasn't seemed to have helped things. So what we've done is we've removed all subscriber restrictions and allowed any level of quality for all people who are in the Twitch chat, just to see whether that makes things a little bit better, if not solves the problem. Anyway, enough about the technical issues. Welcome to Gamester TV. We are bringing you our second match of the evening. It is the Plantronics Pro League Rocket League from Cybergamer, and this is an invite division match that we're going to be bringing you. It is Jammed Gaming versus Invidious. My name is Chrisis, and once again I'm joined in the studio by Superroach. G'day, Superroach.
G'day, Chrisis. How are you going? It's going to be a cracker of a game. Just the alliteration of Jam Gaming makes me want to eat a donut. Shout out to French Fries, who thinks that he's not going to get as much of a recognition thanks to EJ not being here. I don't know what's going up with that, Crisis. Is he a bit of a fanboy for us?
Yeah, he is a little bit. I think when they were still known as Dinner Time, there was something happened between EJ and French Fries, and it's been a bromance ever since. We'll have to pay plenty of attention to him tonight as we take we just take a little bit of a different tack to what we would have with EJ. Okay, so let's have a look at these two teams in terms of their record and that sort of thing. We'll jump into the server in the meantime just to see if it's up. No, it's not yet up.
I'll just try and chat to the Future, which seems to be the leader of the French Fries team, to see if they've put it up with a different name. For anyone who's listening to the cast, by the way, make sure you set them up properly with the match IDs, the name is the password, to help make our caster lives a little bit easier.
Yeah, big shout out to Sammy, who made the request for the request for the earlier match, the Cybergamer amateur match, and he's just subscribed as well. So
I'll get some.
Hit up those. Let me just do these emotes very quickly so that you can see what they are.
What do we got, Crisis? Give us a showcase. I've already got the Mike Star one rocking that with the subscriber icon.
Yeah, and then the emotes. It's just me and EJ, or EJ and I, depending on how you want to speak English. I don't know. You don't seem to speak real English there in Australia, saying things like ZDZ instead of ZDZ. But yeah, just the two. We're going to gun for 25 subscribers, because as soon as we hit 25 subscribers, we can do 2 new emotes. And I actually think what we need to do is open up the third emote, whatever it's going to be, to the community and see if we can get some voting going on and have a community contributed emote. So let's have a look at Jam Gaming versus Invidious. Superroach, both of these teams are coming into this match this week unbeaten in the Invite League.
Oh, don't you love that, Crisis? Because it means when playing this game, someone is going to be salty. And we're not just talking about French Fries here, Crisis. We're talking about breaking your unbroken lead on the leaderboard. That's a pretty prestigious thing to have, Crisis, to have all those wins.
Yeah, that's a huge thing, a boasting point that you can have, is to say that so far in the Invite League, we have been unbeaten. Now, let's have a look at the record just to see how meaningful these unbeaten records are. For Jam Gaming, they've beaten the Gameroos Hypernova, and they've beaten Team Molotov as well. Now, Molotov right up there in the power rankings and constantly knocking at the door to try and get that second spot off of Jam Gaming. Knocking on the door, maybe biting at their ankles at the moment, because they haven't been able to pull out a win against them yet. So Jam Gaming have taken down the Roos and Team Molotov. Invidious, on the other hand, they have also taken down the Gameroos Hypernova, but the other team they've beaten is Valiant. And of course, Valiant for a long time was sitting at number 2 on the power rankings. They've been sliding down ever so slowly, but Invidious have knocked them off. So these two teams have taken on some quality opponents, and really tonight is going to be the toughest test of the two teams against each other. Jam Gaming, sitting at number 2 of the power rankings, pretty comfortable over there. And for several weeks in a row in terms of the power rankings, Invidious has been a team to watch. So let's see if they are going to be able to bring that momentum, Superroach, into tonight's match.
Absolutely, Chrisis. And the thing with the power rankings too is it's not enough to just get a high ranking up there. You have to really work it out. You can't sort of sprint for one lap and then have trouble for the rest of it. Because you know what happens? You get overtaken by the person who's just running there. The old tortoise in the hare kind of thing. We're just trying to get into the match here at the moment, Chrisis. So they're having a bit of trouble finding the right ID. Looks like someone's inviting me in. Oh, here we go. I'm just getting messages here. It's up. Sorry, Chrisis.
That's all right. Well, while you look for that, mate, I'll just make a quick mention of Jam's. Invidious isn't the only one coming into this match with a little bit of momentum because, of course, earlier on today there was a.
Sorry, Chrisis. Oh, yep. Just saying it's up now. So jump in with the same match and password. They're all just jumping in now.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, what were you saying, Chrisis, as you're jumping in? Let's see if you can multitask. Let's prove that.
Yeah, so Jam Gaming played today in the 3 versus 3 tournament put on by Aussie versus the World, I think the organization is called. And Jam, although they lost in the grand final, they knocked Sequential Gaming down into the losers bracket earlier on in the day. So they have been playing some competitive Rocket League earlier today and doing quite well. So even though they lost in that grand final again to Sequential Gaming, who had to work their way through the losers bracket back into the grand final, Jam Gaming knocking them down, that has got to be a confidence booster of some sort. Now we're into the server and just waiting for the teams to start joining and getting themselves onto a team. Not really sure what they're going to be picking in terms of sides.
Yes, indeed, Chrisis. We just got chat inside the game to say lobby up casters. Looks like we're all good there though. They're I'm just counting there. Yep, they're jumping in. So looks like Jam Gaming Chrisis is going to be the blue team. Invidious is going to be on the orange team. Take it away if you want for the first half here, or first shot.
Fantastic. Game is on, and we'll go through the teams very quickly. Oh, there's a shot on goals. Nicely defended by Invidious. For Jam, we've got Orion, Dig, and Sifo. And for Invidious on the orange team, we've got Coleslaw, French Fries, and Sparks. Both of the teams running their first string teams tonight. This is a big match. One of them is going to post their first loss of the series, and the other one is going to continue their unbroken record. So both of the teams will be playing or hoping to bring their A game. We're going to follow Coleslaw for a little bit. He carries the ball into the blue zone. It's sitting up there nicely, and the goal, in fact, has been undefended. Dig got himself into a little bit of a state there on the roof of the goal, but nobody there to take advantage, and Sparks comes through. As we're talking about Dig on the defense, Superroach, Sparks takes his opportunity. Nice little cross there from Coleslaw, and that's the first points on the board for the evening, and it is for the orange team, Invidious.
High speed, low tolerance goal there, Chrisis. It bounced off the top rim of the net, as you could say. A few more centimetres higher, wouldn't have made that at all. Watching here, Jam Sifo getting the first shot here. Sparks, which is definitely the kind of food that I do not want inside my stuff, is knocking it around. And looking here again, Orion is doing an aerial shot to set up a centre. French Fries knocking it away though, Chrisis. And we're watching again here as Dig here wants to set up a centre shot right from the middle. Not going to do it though, Chrisis. Looking again though, we have Sparks. Look, he just missed that aerial. It's down and dirty on the ground again. Orion also missing the shot. Aerial shot set up by Coleslaw, and he gets that excellent shot there. And Dig was not able to defend that, Chrisis. Let's watch it again here. See, Orion missed it. Coleslaw took the chance and knocked it there. Dig was too far away from the goal to run back in time there, Chrisis, unfortunately.
Nice piece of play there from Invidious, who have come out of the blocks firing, and they have picked up 2 goals already, spreading the love. Coleslaw picking up the one and Sparks picking up another. So a 2-0 right now for Invidious, who used to be dinner time, but not for long. There's the donut off the board for Jam Gaming with Orion, with a lovely touch
Oh,
in the
that was a
mid-air,
lovely jam
and
touch.
then having to loop around to finish it off and put it into the back of the net for his team. So Jam pull one back. It is now 2-1 in favor of Invidious.
A very fast-scoring game as well, Chrisis. A minute and a half into the game, there's already 3 goals done, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's one-sided at all. It's anyone's game here at the moment. Ditch there doing a great little corkscrew in there to knock the ball away. And Sifo setting up a center shot there for Ditch to knock it away. So great job there. Jam Gaming and keep it going really well to knock it back into Invidious's net here. Unfortunately, not going to do it again. Ditch, as a goalie, is a bit far away from his net. He's going to return the favour. Gets it safe for the Jam Gaming team there, Chrisis. It is all good. Watching again the goalie, let's spectate from French Fries view here. He got knocked around by his teammate Colesaw. Normally Colesaw and French Fries go well, not in that case, unfortunately. Yeah, again, the ball gets close to Invidious side, but it gets knocked right away. The ball is really going back and forth, but there's no real drastic shots here that get anywhere close. Like, look at Sifo at the moment there, Chrisis. The ball was going to go into the front for a center shot. Sifo knocked it away before it got near it there. Look at this center shot though, Chrisis. Prove me an absolute liar. Colesaw gets a shot into the net. Jam Gaming, that's another shot against you. You need 2 goals to get this back into the game here. 2 minutes, 18 seconds remaining there. Ditch unable to defend that shot, Chrisis.
Nice play there, 3-1. The deficit now 2 again. Jam Gaming still trailing, but a lot of Rocket League is still to be played. Orion gets the ball up off of the wall, carries it through into the orange zone, but it is returned to the blue zone. Very good defensive midfield play, and a shot on goals coming through from Coleslaw, who has got his target set on that goal all night long. Is that his hat-trick? Indeed it is. Just had a check there on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Should be paying closer attention. Coleslaw putting his name down for the GameStar MVP award tonight. Our first nomination, I would say, after this performance. But we need to have something consistent through all 5 of the games. It is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So we're expecting it to go the distance between these 2 teams because they are very, very closely matched. Jam Gaming versus Invidious. Right now, though, Invidious in the driver's seat with 4-1 on the board.
Absolutely, Chrisis, and you don't get an untarnished record like that without putting in some blood, sweat and tears, so they want to preserve that title as much as they can. Loving some shots here before early, Chrisis, when Colesaw and Sifo did a corkscrew in there to hit that ball in there at the same time to try and deflect it, and it just blew up and flew down limply.
Following Ditch, bringing the ball across. He carried it all the way through along the wide side of the field, but as it so often happens in these games, the defense was very, very good. Didn't even get near the goal face because we had the boys from the orange team, Invidious, clearing it before it could get there, get into any sort of dangerous position. Following Sifo right now, he's lurking, looking for the defensive move. He gets it cleared there. Coleslaw gets beaten by the angle of the ball. Now the ball sitting in the orange zone. And just like that, cleared out by Invidious. Very much a mark of the game tonight so far. Superroach has been Invidious's very, very quick clearances of the ball. The ball not spending much time in the orange zone at all tonight.
That's right, Chrisis, and the teamwork for Invidious as well is doing very well for them. Like, for example, French Fries and Colesaw are very typically doing center lineups where one guy will run from the center here. Look at this, Chrisis. Sparks setting up a shot here. That's another shot for Jam. Look at that great shot, Chrisis. The goalie was there the whole time with Invidious Sparks. Unable to get though because he flipped out and took too long to recover. Sifo getting the shot there. That was a good lineup.
Yeah, old French
16
Fries.
seconds on the clock.
Yeah, old French Fries was there and looking to get the secondary defense in, but he was also a little bit out of sorts from that joust that took place in front of the goal. So not able to get the position to get it clear. He has a long-range shot though. Jam Orion says we got 5 seconds to get the miracle comeback through out of that. He was doing some backflips in the side of the blue zone and just turned around and got that long goal in. 5 seconds to go. Could we be going into a miraculous overtime? The ball stymied in the middle there. The cheat shot. Oh, the change in angles from Orion was just too strong. And Invidious takes that first game over Jam Gaming, but not without a heart-stopping moment there towards the end, Superroach.
That was a great game to watch, Chrisis. And like we were saying in the early match, you could score a point in less than 10 seconds when it's a mix of luck, but also in this case very much skill. They shot that in and put it to 3 or 4. So it's again, both teams have an untarnished record. They want to defend that as much as they can. And going back to the scoreboard on Cybergamer again, we're looking at teams here on CGI. These are 3 versus 2. This is the top of the invite ladder, Chrisis. These are serious amounts of skill to get into the ladder and to retain it.
I'd probably be a bit careful about looking at their rankings, because I'm not sure that the league is actually ranked at this stage. I think that is the seeding more than anything else, because you can't challenge and take somebody's position or anything like that. And for the regular season, wins give you points that add up to your table position in the end. Somebody in the Twitch chat could correct me if I'm wrong about that, though, but I think that is how things are working. So we had a very long interval after that first game, ladies and gentlemen. You could see there the Jam boys waiting a long time before they readied up. So maybe having a little bit of a team talk, their coach coming in and saying, look, this is what I saw on the stream as you were playing, and this is where you went wrong. This is what you need to do to improve. A quick shout out to Aussie Sauce, who did hashtag spread the food in support of Invidious, who are formerly known as Dinner Time. And in fact, a shout out to everybody in the Twitch chat. We've got 32 viewers at the moment, so quite pleased with that. Shout out to Days Legend, who reckons let's go. Well, he reckoned that earlier on, Superroach, but I'm pretty sure he might say that yet again, because we're still waiting for the teams to start joining teams.
Well, do you think there's this little montage going on in the background? You've seen Rocky, where the guy's running up the staircase and that. And that's happening with these little cars. They're going up the steps.
Oh yeah, maybe they're doing a quick training session or something like that. Driving their car through the snow, doing a bit of drifting around a field or something like that. Getting themselves. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe they popped out into the training and did some aerial training. They were feeling a little bit.
While we're waiting for the match to start, by the way, Cross, is there any recommendations for mods, mutations on this? We've played a few funny mods on here. I was wondering to see if you've played any since.
You know what? The mods for me were a little bit of a hiss and a roar. I just found that, you see, I'm not as adaptable probably as most players. So if I played a mod and adapted to that, it messed up how I was playing in normals. So I haven't played a huge amount of the mutators at all.
I see.
That's not to say there aren't any fun ones. I just wish instead of them making a square ball, they had made a rugby ball.
What? Would that change the play that much, though?
Oh, yeah, usually. I mean, the rugby ball bounces like crazy. And the thing about a rugby ball is that, if you kick a grubber on a rugby ball, it flies fast and low along the ground. Which you don't get with a square ball. The square ball just seems to, produce weird bouncing angles left or right, that kind of thing. Whereas a rugby ball, you can actually power it forward along the ground. Well, the teams are joining sides right now. Jam, Didge, Orion and Sifo on blue. Invidious, Coleslaw, French Fries and Sparks on orange. And we're into game number 2 of the best of 5. Invidious are 1-0 up in the series. And this is going to be a very interesting game, Superroach, because I'm pretty sure that Jam have taken their time so that they can sort out exactly what it was that was going wrong in the previous game so that they come back into form.
That's good to see, Chrisis, too. Just don't rest on your laurels. Change up stuff. It's people who adapt. It's been that way in other games like League of Legends, and it's like that in this game too. Change up your strat and see if you can get it up there. And they've got a different Happy Meal now as a result of it, I guess.
Here's a shot coming through from Sparks, but Orion is there for a very easy halo. Not a huge amount of power on that shot, even though it was aerial. There's a long-range shot that goes up. Oh, Orion almost with another solo effort. Gets the angle slightly wrong. He anticipated the bounce off the side of the post, but not quite enough. And in the end, the goal went begging. French Fries gets a halo again. A very, very easy halo so far. The shots on goals, not very powerful so far, Superroach. in the early stages of this game.
No, absolutely not, Chrisis. I'm watching here again with Sparks. He's getting great shots there to defend it from inside the Invidious side and push it across. Sparks and French fries here, again, running over, but blocked away, Chrisis, from Didge. Didge then goes, okay, I'm going to go get a goal. And guess what? He did exactly that. It was fascinating to watch here as he goes, okay, I'm going to be goalie. I'm sick of being goalie. Let's run through here. And this is a change of character for the Jam Gaming team. They were playing a bit more defensive, I think, before Chrisis, and that was a very aggressive move that paid off for them.
Yeah, Didge is usually the defensive master for Jam Gaming. In fact, he's picked up an MVP award in the past just because he's defended so well. So nice to see him get points on the board for something other than saves just then, as he now carries the ball up again into the orange zone, gets up into the air, gets a powerful rebound off the back of the net, and a shot goes begging again. Orion was there but didn't get the angle or the power on. The disruption from the orange team was good and the ball got cleared out. But Jam now getting some sustained pressure into the orange zone. They have scored the goal. They've got the first point on the board and they are maintaining it right now with this pressure in the orange zone, soaking up the boosts. Jam spinning around, getting off the wall, takes the boost away from the boys of Invidious, but in the end, the ball is spoiled, and now French Fries with an opportunity to carry it over. Sifo off the wall, but doesn't quite get it through, but that's okay. Orion is there to carry the ball, keep the ball in the orange zone. It's setting up Sifo again, putting the ball up, getting the crossover, Didge with a shot, and it is haloed by French Fries. And a mark of how much defending French Fries has had to do. He's picked up the Savior Award from that run of play as Superroach.
It's a good shot to watch too, Chrisis. I've also noticed that with Jam Gaming, their trick at the moment is they're keeping the ball in air a lot. Look at this. Sparks, well, he did knock that ball in there, would have made it anyway. Fantastic shot here. Let's watch again from Orion's view there, Chrisis, as he knocks the ball in there. And wow, fantastic shot. 2 goals there to Jam Gaming. Aerials and aggressiveness definitely working against the Invidious here, Chrisis, so far.
Yeah, a little bit more power on that shot as well from Orion. 70 k's per hour, kind of middle of the road in terms of power, but at least it wasn't soft and wafting, which the previous attempts were. That's Jam Gaming on 2-0 at the moment for the game score. They're trailing by 1 in the series, but right now looking very, very good to try to level that up. French Fries carrying the ball over, gets the center in there, but Didge on the defensive duties, we were talking about it earlier. Superroach gets the clear, nicely done. Combos with Sifo to clear the ball out, but hang on, Invidious right now keeping pressure on the blue zone.
Absolutely, Chrisis here. Watching here again, Sparks, as soon as it gets over there though, Invidious are like, okay, we really want to get that ball away from him. Look at this. We're watching here, Orion nearly got the ball in the goal here just with a very quick shot. Jam Gaming wanting to go, okay, let's cement this and get a very safe win for us here. Still 1 minute 12 here on the clock though, Chrisis, and it's anyone's going for it here as we're watching Didge again, keeping the aerial in the air. Let's watch Sifo get the air again, done exactly that, keep it in the air, another shot. Oh, it's deflected by Colesaw though, with 1 minute remaining on the clock here now. All 3 of the Invidious team are in the all bunched up together, so it's a risk for them to get the goal there. And the goal is open right now. Are they going to get it?
Oh!
It looks like, unfortunately not, Chrisis. That was extremely close. I think it was French Fries there who blocked a potential disaster to happen going on.
Yeah, that was incredible. You saw Sifo flying past as French Fries just got the touch of the ball to move it out of the way. That would have been absolute disaster and a 3-0 situation that Invidious would be trying to come back from. In fact, it's still going to be that. Sifo missed out his chance earlier on because of French Fries' great work, but we stuck with him on the Gamester TV player cam, and he made good. Picks up a goal in the top left-hand corner and puts the 3-0 on the board for Jam Gaming. Still a donut on the board for Invidious, and with 21 seconds remaining on the clock, they will be very, very hard-pressed to get themselves on the board. Never mind getting themselves 3 times and an overtime. 10 seconds now, the ball getting crossed over, but once again cleared out very, very smartly by Jam Orion. Ball sitting up
Also-
into the air. This might just be a consolation situation. And a shot that goes wide. And that's the story of the game for Invidious. Look at that. Just one shot in the whole game from all three of the players. And no goals on the board. They had no percentages to play with at all, Superroach.
That was interesting to watch. You're absolutely correct there, Chrisis, where Jam Gaming only had one save to their record. So Invidious needed to push a lot more there to be able to get the balls going because, well, I guess that's a worry for him. We've got one of the players, French Fries. Obviously, he didn't eat it properly or something, or his network's got a bit salty, I guess you would say. It's because he needs to reset his internet. And looking at here, Chrisis, he has a ping
Maybe
of
he's got
152.
he's got to change the oil. You know how in the fish and chip shops where the oil goes all manky. Maybe that's what the problem is. So
I was
bit of a
wondering
health.
where you're going with that. That's well played.
Yeah, a bit of a health and safety issue. So clearing that out, rebooting his net, and they are going to have to reset the server, I think.
Oh, really? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, so I think we should be fine to hang about in the server while we wait for French Fries to join. Nobody's going to get forced to start the game. The game only starts when the players jump in. So let's get a bit of a check-in with the boys in Twitch chat, the boys and girls, I'm sure, in Twitch chat.
Mm-hmm.
And let's
what
just
do you
see
want to get from the Twitch chat?
what the nominations might be for MVP after 2 games, with the score for the series tied at 1-1 between Jam Gaming and Invidious.
All right, Chrisis. I'll read the player names out to jog everyone's memory. So, do we have any votes for Chrisis? Do you reckon we'll have any votes? No, seriously, we got Coleslaw. We got oh geez, half the players have left. We got Coleslaw though, Sparks, and French Fries on the Nvidia team. And we also have Didge, Orion, and Sifo on the Jam team. So interesting set of players. Every time I look at it, I've got like one of those OCD things, Chrisis, where a team is playing, they got matching names, and this one's a food-related one. You've got Coleslaw, you've got French Fries, and then you got Sparks.
I know.
What am I going to do? Am I going to electrify my food?
Maybe it's just as well that they're no longer called dinner time, because indigestion might have been the name of the game. So Diabolic as in D3. Nobody putting forward any sort of nominations yet in the Twitch chat for who might be MVP tonight.
Maybe we're making him fall asleep. I certainly hope not, Chrisis. As I'm basically running around the net going, okay, what's out there? Because you can run around in spectator mode, Chrisis, but there's still an invisible wall that stops you from going too far out. They had an interesting theory on the they had like a AMA, like you can ask the developers anything, Chrisis, and there was this theory they got asked. They're like, so what's up with the cars in the game? Are they A, normal sized cars with people in them running around? Are they remote control cars with people in there? Or are they like small cars that are like sentient kind of thing? And like they said in their answer thing, they're like, well, if we reveal that will stop it potential further development. They're like, what? What are they going to do with that? Like have a story mode or something in the game?
Well, I was watching Rocket Royale the other week, and there was a little bit of a discussion between the casters there about what sort of dystopian future they were actually this whole Rocket League thing happens in, because if you look at the spectators in some of those stadiums where there are spectators, they're not actually people. They're egg-shaped things. So are there people inside the egg-shaped things, or is it something like those are kind of viewing modules of some sort? What is going on with the world that you can't have people sitting in the stands watching things going on? Maybe it's for their protection. Who knows? All right, Quick shout out to Cubics, who's put me up for MVP. Thanks, mate. That's great. Ozzy Osbert with a nomination for Sparks, and Oh My Hot Dog, who has nominated Coleslaw. Of course, Coleslaw doing a bang-up job in that first game, scoring 4 goals, was it, I think? Possibly just getting the hat-trick, if my memory serves me correctly, for Invidious, and making sure that they secured the victory there. A little bit of a different story, though, for Invidious in the second game, with Jam Gaming controlling the game from start to finish. So we'll have to see we've got possibly another 3 games to go, Superroach, in the series. It is a best of 5.
Absolutely, Chrisis. For that to happen, though, Jam Gaming will need to win every match and the overtime, if I'm correct, to get that happening. I just got a message then from Sparks, just saying that French Fries is still reconnecting at the moment. He normally has an 8 ping, and it's currently at 150. And that sort of implies that, you'd have to be on NVN to be able to get that kind of nice ping, unless he's like camping inside the exchange when the serious matches are coming out. And I wouldn't put that past the serious gamer to like hack into someone's Wi-Fi or Telstra's one. That'd be kind of serious, wouldn't it?
Very, very, very serious indeed. So just a quick shout out to Cubics, who is asking if we are going to be covering the Elam versus Blight game, which is supposed to start now. So I don't think that we will. We're only into the 3rd game as the teams suddenly jump in, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we'll be able to cover Elam versus Blight because it will probably have started and will be well into the game by the time this one finishes, judging by how long this game is taking to play. We're into the first 30 seconds of the match. No points on the board just yet, but the goal face is wide open for Jam to put one in to the orange goal. Oh, Sifo gets the goal. It was almost defended as the boys from Invidious fell back desperately. Who was that?
That was Sifo who got that goal, Chrisis. It raises a question here, though. For them, they've got to win 3 goals, right? What happens now? You're winning on the scoreboard. Do you get defensive, Chrisis, and hope that they don't score a goal, or do you stay aggressive? It's a risky play on either side for which one you take. At the moment, you would hypothesize that Jam Gaming were being defensive because the ball is staying inside blue a fair bit.
Well, I would say it really all depends on how Invidious plays. So if Invidious is going to play a defensive game, which is kind of what they did in the previous game. Bear in mind they had 1 shot on goal in the whole 5 minutes of that round. So if that's going to happen, well, then you can afford to play defensively. You don't really need to, you can afford to play offensively. You don't need to worry about any shots on goal because they're just not going to be coming through. So you can go all out and just put goal after goal into the back of the net of your opponents. Now, if Invidious decide to change things up and go for broke, well, then you're not going to be able to play forward all of the time. You're going to have to come up and or fall back and get your defenses in. Now, we have a little bit of a difference coming through from Invidious right now, Superroach, because they've had a number of attempts at the goal, just the 1 shot, but they've had good pressure at least in the blue zone.
Absolutely, Chrisis. It was watching again. There was a risky shot there. I was seeing a bit of a coleslaw and French fries coming up, and they did it. They're doing it again right now. They did it just before, staying to their tactics and doing the same thing again. Let's see if Jam Gaming have picked up on that though. Coleslaw knocking the ball away. It's a risky center shot there for Invidious again. Jam Gaming could have potentially got that shot. Sparks knocking the ball at high speed into Jam Gaming's net here. Let's see if they can get it here. Look at this.
Oh, the rebound off of the top of the goal, just above. That was great. Coleslaw taking advantage. We saw the setup, and he did from French fries, bouncing it off above the goal face, and Coleslaw coming through to put it away. That is a 1-all situation now, Superroach.
Shake it off indeed. It's 1-all, so they can't rest on their laurels at all. Sparks not wanting anyone to play slow here, so he knocks the ball into the side. Coleslaw again going, nope, I don't want to keep it in our net. You can guys have it. We're going to put the ball right up there like it's a hot potato. Looking again here, Sifo is going, I want to be a goalie, and Sparks is like, let's test that theory out. The ball not getting into the center was way too high there, Chrisis. Coleslaw again. Look at this aerial shot. Coleslaw and Sifo meeting up like an agent and whatever in I missed that one up. Matrix, so good fun. It gets a bit tongue twister in Rocket League. Look at this shot here. Center shot deflected by French fries. Sifo really wants to get that ball in. He's getting some aggression going on, not being much of a goalie, and it's working in his favour. Sif, oh, look at that. Sparks set up a centre shot here. Almost a goal for Jab Gaming there. Didn't have the power needed to get into the net, though, unfortunately. And watch here, Sparks is just in front of Sifo and takes advantage of it. Look at that aerial shot here. Just barely hits it. And look here, let's spectate from Sparks' perspective here. Again, nearly gets the ball in net. It's just slightly off angle. And when you're at this kind of level, Chrisis, they intentionally set it up so it's hard for the other team to get a good shot here. Look at that. Ditch deflected that shot here. That would have otherwise been in. I think that was Colesaw taking that shot. Again, now we are watching Colesaw, Chrisis. He's going to, what's going on? We've got Sparks and Colesaw in the same spot, wanting to hit the ball. And what do you think, Chrisis? It's a bit of a stalemate at the moment. I don't know if they want to go overtime or what's their kind of goal going on.
Well, I've got to say, it is exactly what the definition of a stalemate, but only for the last few seconds, because Jam Orion breaks it like that, just shooting along down on the ground, timed it perfectly, hardly even got any air with that double jump there as he twisted over, changed the angle and put the ball away. What is he doing right now? We'll switch over into overhead cam as he jiggled around there, gets the ball up, twists up into the air, gets a touch on it, gets a second touch off of the deflection, and the shot on goal is coming through from Sifo. It was a soft touch. Colesaw now going up, getting the necessary second clearance after the halo got the ball away from the goal face. Jam, after scoring that goal, are feeling much more confident and are starting to take their shots again at this orange goal. We're following Sparks right now, who gets up into the air, doesn't get a touch to it. That could be a critical mistake, and it is a critical mistake. Orion gets his second off of just that, and really you cannot miss your aerials when you've got somebody like Orion on the Rocket League field who's going to take advantage. And Jam Gaming go 3-1 up Superroach in the third game.
Great shot indeed, Chrisis. So good that Orion fell on his back afterwards, and I don't blame him. That was a back-breaking effort. Sifo doing a great shot there, aerial, almost at the top of the net there to top of the arena even. Look at that open center shot here. That is now put it 15 seconds remaining on the shot here. Colesaw doing an early open shot here. Let's watch him here as he goes, all right, open shot, center there, high speed. I'm going to get just enough angle to get the goalie. That's exactly what he done. It's 3-2, 16 seconds. Take it away, Chrisis, because this is anyone's game at the moment. Oh, game is on indeed with 15 seconds to go. It is a potential situation now for Invidious to even up things and get an overtime. An overtime of forced. 7 seconds remaining. The ball's up in the air. They've got to keep it in the air if the time runs out. And the ball touches the ground. Oh, you had Invidious trying to keep it up for just a moment there, but it touches the ground, and Jam Gaming pick up game number 3 of the series and set themselves up. They one game away, Superroach, from winning the series. Interesting. Great match for them to watch because they really, really wanted that, and you could see the progression in skills as they're playing against the team here. Typically, it's when people play scrims. In this case, it's when you play against each other. I'm looking at the team chat on the chat on Twitch. It's people getting pretty excited about those last-minute goals, Chrisis.
Yeah, unfortunately, team's not able to deliver the actual goals, but things getting very, very close. Indeed, it is 2-1 now for Jam Gaming in the series, and Invidious, they have their backs to the wall. They are facing the first loss of the first season of the Plantronics Pro League, and they will not want that to go through. Oh, that is an opportunity lost there. French Fries comes through to try and pick up the pieces, but it is cleared out there and carried away by Jam Orion. That was almost a 10-second goal, and that would have been fantastic for Invidious's momentum in this must-win game, Superroach.
Oh, it's you can feel the tension in there inside the lobby. They're like, holy crap, we got to keep that unbroken lead going there. Look at that, as Sparks is going, this is a center shot. This is really risky. Risk it all as he had to throw away his goalie position to get the ball away from center. Risky shot because someone could go back and do that there. Colesaw knocked out of the way. He got whacked really hard by Jam Gaming there, Chrisis. unable to keep playing as Sifo has taken the ball, control of the ball now. He's just casually running around. Orion is going for another aerial. Sifo just slightly missing the aerial to keep it going towards the net. Jam Gaming's MO in the previous match, Chrisis, was to keep the ball in the air. Currently, not so much to go. Just slightly too high, Chrisis, for that surprise goal. Sifo, if you got that, would have been fantastic and get you going, because last match you got that goal really early in the game, and I guess you played in the heads of Invidious.
Yeah, the ball dangerously long in the orange zone, but it's finally cleared out and over into the blue. Invidious now pushing forward. All three players looking to create a goal. The ball up in the air. French Fries gets a touch, but only a center credit. It's not a shot on goals. And then it gets cleared out by Orion, who's going to now look to combo with Sifo. He's gotten the ball into the center. It's up into the air, though. Cleared out nicely. Coleslaw with a joust. Gets a touch on the ball, but gets rebounded back for his troubles. French Fries up into the air. Touches the ball. It's floating. It's there for Coleslaw to get a touch to it, but Coleslaw whiffs the ball instead, and still the donuts on the board. Superroach for both of the teams in game number 4.
Donuts, unfortunately, are not in the favour of Jam Gaming. Having said that, they've broken that donut. Orion said, all right, you sucks, I'm going to have to get a goal. He did exactly that, and what a great shot for him there. Excellent. That was fantastic to watch. Nice
play by Orion, and it took 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get that first goal on the ball.
Oh no, sorry, I was watching the replay on the Twitch chat, Chrisis, which is 30 seconds behind, and I watched the same goal again.
Yeah, so fortunately for Invidious, that means it's only 1 goal against them and not 2, because that would have been a very difficult situation. Now, they have not been in the lead since that first game. Since they won that first game. They pull it back there. Coleslaw doing a good job getting the scores even. But Jam Gaming, for all of the series since that first game, they have been in the lead all the way through for the next 2 games after that. So let's see if Invidious can turn things around and actually take the lead, Superroach.
Absolutely, Chrisis. We've got our eyes set on Coleslaw here as he delivers an early morning delivery to Jam Gaming's net. It got rejected, but it would have helped had their presence felt. Jam Orion again setting up a center shot there. It went in, Chrisis. That's 2-1. Orion is now a star player on the Jam Gaming team. He did this one-man army kind of role there. Look at that shot. It went straight through Coleslaw, and Sparks was not able to set his shot up. I mean, it was a great shot. Invidious did a great job there of defending, but it just wasn't enough. Looking here at the next goal coming up, well, next goal anytime soon. 3 minutes into the game, 2 minutes left, and we're watching here again as Jam Gaming had the ball right inside their net. Invidious had the ball right inside their net again. Look at the wrist. Every time you see the ball, if it was left unaimed, it would have gone in there. And at this competition level, they're that aggressive in defending the ball that it's just not going to happen. Like, look at that shot there. Would have made it in. We're going to watch again. Let's spectate from French Fries Chrisis to see what he's doing here. And Sparks. It looks like it's going to be a collaborative shot for Invidious to get a goal.
French Fries looking to prevent the clear out of the blue zone. Does so successfully, so they keep the pressure on. And there's the shot that was set up. Coleslaw comes through and evens up the score again. So they are going to make sure that this is a very, very tight match. And in fact, it came off a defender there. Jam did got a touch to the ball, and that's created the angle that Coleslaw needed to ensure that the goal was actually scored. We're sticking with Coleslaw as the center happens. The shot on goals yet again from Orion. Not quite a shot, it's more like a center. We're still with Coleslaw. He gets a touch to the ball. He gets up into the wall. He gets it on to his teammate. The ball floating towards the blue goal, but it is cleared out with a halo from Didge, who is the goalie extraordinaire for Jam Gaming. Does a great job, and the pressure turns around now. Superroach into the orange zone.
Absolutely, Chrisis here. Watching in, Orion is like, I want the ball. Give me the ball. Look at him here as he's running around. And French Fries saw a little kid screaming and said, I'm going to take it. Just like anyone French Fries would. Looking here again, let's have a look to see from the wide scope here. We've got the Invidious side going right back into the goal. All 3 players right near the goal. And now as the ball gets away, they're going, okay, 30 seconds. We really need to get this ball in. Absolute aggression here is what's needed, Chrisis. Every second counts. The ball is going towards Invidious' net. French Fries saw an opening. He's going for it. Is he going to go here? Nearly a center shot. They've got one more chance to get this, I think, Chrisis, inside the center, or else it's going to be up for Jam Gaming to do a big lob. 10 seconds left. It's going to be an overtime, looks like, Chrisis, unless Orion here goes for a last shot. Got to keep it in the air at the moment. 1 second remaining. It's going to hit the ground. Is now overtime, Chrisis. Jam Gaming needs to get this, or else they're out.
Yeah, a first overtime of the evening. So far, it's been pretty clear-cut who's going to win basically from the start of each game, with Invidious picking up the first game very, very comfortably, with Jam getting 2 games in a row after that. And there's a shot that sits in the goal mouth. Sparks finally puts it away and claws back the series. It is 2-2 now, and that is the way that the series needs to go. My goodness me. The ball sitting there for an age before Sparks took the shimmer off the one side of the ball and moved around to the other side and made sure that they maintain an opportunity to stay unbeaten in the series.
That was isn't that the trick though, Chrisis? You have overtime, so you you take a deep breath, you think, okay, this is going to be a long overtime. That first 20 seconds of that game, you could get in some really sneaky shots there, and that's exactly what happened for Invidious.
So great play from both of the teams so far to bring us to this point, ladies and gentlemen. It is a best of 5, and we've gone all the way to the 5th game. Invidious, the up-and-comers, the team to watch week after week on the power rankings, and Jam Gaming sitting at number 2. They might actually be threatening number 1 a little bit more after beating Sequential Gaming in the winners bracket, but then losing to Sequential Gaming in the grand final of the Aussies versus the World tournament earlier on. But right now, their focus isn't going to be on the power rankings. Their focus is going to be on winning this game against Invidious, who have come back from the brink of the precipice of loss and even up the series.
Something to notice, Chrisis pointed out from Twitch user Seth231, is that French Fries ping has gone back up to the clackers. So he's this could be a play against him here, or he could have had it all the way through last round. We'll see as that plays out. 4 minutes 15 on the clock. The ball is not really getting in any safe, risky spots here at the moment. Maybe both teams are playing defensively. We'll see how that goes. Look at this shot here. French Fries is going to get a goal in. Wow, really put me off there, Chrisis. French Fries put this really lazy lob. It was just a tad too high for goalkeeper Jam Gaming Orion to get it. I mean, look at him here. He just watched it limply fly into the goal, and he I guess he asserted the party escort submission position.
Now, I've got to say, if there are any teams out there that are looking to step up a level in terms of their gameplay, they need to catch this VOD on Gamester TV on YouTube, because there have been 3 separate occasions that I've been watching from the player cam view, the boys from Invidious, and they have had 3 specific set plays that they've worked together to create a goal-scoring situation. That was one of them, where a player just popped the ball up at they were a 45-degree angle away from the goals. They popped the ball up into the air and create an aerial situation for their teammate to come through. This is a shot on goals. It goes wide on the post. Coleslaw touches it up, keeps it in front of the goals of Jam Gaming, but the clear is out there. Now the ball sitting up in the midfield. In comes Sparks flying through, but it stays in the midfield for the boys from Jam to get it back into the orange zone now. They are pressuring the goals. A shot that goes softly over, and an easy halo there for Sparks. I probably shouldn't call them easy halos, though. A halo is a halo, and that is not what happened there. Orion comes through and evens up the scores for Jam Gaming.
That was good there, Chrisis, and especially in the last 30 seconds, there were these 3 or 4 shots for both teams that could have went in the nets there. It was just lucky that Orion got that last shot in. 1-1 on the scoreboard here at the moment. A shout out to Orion with 120 points this early into the game. I know points don't mean too much on the scoreboard there, but it's good to see that he's very participative in aerial shots. Look at this shot here. Colesaw put a center shot there. Unfortunately, none of the Invidious guys were there on the other side to back him up. They are there now, so this is an aggressive shot from Invidious, and it's been deflected away. Jam Gaming have seen that opening, and let's see if they get it going. French Fries blowing up Sifo because he feels like it, and Sparks there is the goalie on Invidious. Missed the ball. It's wide open, and French Fries corrected that situation. Sifo setting up a center shot. Looks like Orion's going to get the second one, Chrisis. 2-1 in favour of Jam Gaming.
Yeah, that demo was there to take care of one of the attackers, and there you see exactly why you want to do it. Sifo combining well with Orion to put Jam Gaming in the lead. 2 minutes and 13 seconds of play remaining, and Invidious, they've been in this position several times today where they've been on the back foot. Can they pull it back this time round as Orion goes up in the air once again? It's in the orange zone, and an attempt at goals. All of Invidious right now defending for their lives. 2 players from Invidious now heading up to the front there. Sparks coming forward. He's going to have to turn around to get on defense again. Gets up into the air. Doesn't get a touch to it. That's a soft shot from Orion, and it is just enough. The angle perfectly done. And the ball floats over nice and softly, touching the far post. And that is 3-1 for Jam Gaming, Superroach.
Sounded a bit like you're reading a fan fiction there, Chrisis, but moving on as we've got 3-1. That's Jam Gaming there have really stepped up their game. Invidious, holy crap, they have stepped their game up, Chrisis. They heard me talking. They've just got a point. Congratulations to, I'll have to watch this again. Colesaw got that goal. Look at that shot. Really wide opening. He took that, and in a couple of seconds got that goal. 3-2. The gap is getting closest, Chrisis. Let's watch here as they go for the first shot here. I'm watching Colesaw. He's decided to be the goalie now, so he's playing it very safe. And he's gone, okay, I don't want to be the goalie right now. I'm going to do an aerial shot to get it back inside Jam Gaming's half. He's done exactly that. Set up a shot again for French Fries, and Sparks is waiting over there like Jaws to go in and get a kill because they want this last goal. They don't want to go into overtime because that is just as risky. You can't rest on your laurels for 1 second here, Chrisis.
No, not at all. Jam will want to increase the lead once again, so they're keeping the ball up. Right now, Didge has left the goal face and is working with Sifo to try and put that ball through. Sparks with a good defense, but pressure still on the orange zone. Sifo and Orion has come forward and combines again. Striker Orion together with Sifo, and they extend their lead to 2 goals again. It is 4-2 for Jam Gaming, and Invidious defending very, very hard, but great interplay from Jam. And it's like they've got 3 strikers with the way that they're rotating at the moment. But
you could say that, Chrisis.
Oh, he has another shot from Orion. And Orion picks up his 5th goal. He has scored 5 goals, ladies and gentlemen, in this game.
How weak is Orion's back right now? Not very, I could say, because he's still got some push left in it. Yes, indeed. Looking here again, we haven't seen this kind of thing going on. If you score a point in CGI, it's telling us that you are reading the other team and you are taking action of it. Both these teams have been doing that because they've been scoring goals. You could say at least 2 of Jam Gaming's goals there have been very long in the distance that they've travelled and had openings for Jam Gaming to get that goal in there.
Yeah, I mean, that sort of long goals scoring that you do, I would actually call that kind of the basics of Rocket League, where when you get an opportunity where the other team is all up and attacking, you got a clear touch on the ball. Don't just get the ball into the other zone. And as I say that, Didge decides to break the run of play and deny Orion a 6th goal and a double hat-trick. Didge gets up into the air and scores the goal. So as I was saying, the basics are take your shots at goal. If you get a clear shot and you're in your own zone, don't just try and get the ball into the offensive zone. Strike it at the goal. You never know, it might actually go in. And Jam Gaming there sealed the deal with the final game of the best of 5 series. They win it 6-2 in very convincing fashion, Superroach.
I tell you what, Chrisis, if they were a donut right now, I tell you they'd be cinnamon. I don't know why, but they would, and it worked for them. Orion there, definitely fantastic stuff. I think in the first few rounds, would have saw that French fries or coleslaw would have been my favourite players, but Orion really stepped up after that first round.
All right, so let's take any other nominations. I'm quite happy for Orion to go up as the man of the match there. So, in fact, we won't have any more nominations. We'll just kick off the vote in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, kick it good.
And you do exclamation vote 1 if you want Eoin from the CJA match earlier on to pick up the MVP, the GameStay MVP, or do exclamation point vote 2 if you want Orion to pick up MVP for the series against Invidious.
All right, let's see how this goes. This will be interesting to see how it goes. I'm watching the Twitch chat there at the moment. We'll see how it plays out. Great game though, Chrisis. That was entertaining to watch. It wasn't one-sided at any point really. It felt like both players never really gave up, and both teams also got into the other team's heads at some point.
Yeah, if you look at the series, the two teams were very, very evenly matched. Invidious picking up the first game, Jam Gaming picking up the second and third game, Invidious pulling it back and evening up the series and forcing the best of 5, and then Jam Gaming coming out firing. Orion with a solo performance of excellence, really, picking up 5 goals in a row. Just the one... 2 goals from Invidious in reply, and then sealing the deal and scoring that 6th goal for Jam Gaming. So the votes are coming in thick and fast. We've got Orion well in the lead. He is a previous MVP award winner from GameStar, so he knows what it's like to pick up one of those cards and a $20 Steam credit, courtesy of GameStar.
Indeed,
and Superroach, just I like to make this point to everybody that's watching. The reason we respond to requests is because when you request a game, we get you on stream, and if your game is on stream, it means that somebody in that game is going to be put up for an MVP award. It's as simple as that. So get your requests in, ladies and gentlemen, at www.gamestar.com/request.
I know I'd love an MVP, wouldn't you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would love it. Okay, so the poll is closed, and we have a winner, and it is by a long shot, just like that last game. Orion picking up the majority of the votes for the MVP award tonight. So congratulations to Orion. I've got your details, mate. I am sending off a bunch of MVP awards tomorrow in the mail, and yours is going to be amongst them. So thanks for playing tonight, and good game. So Lost Pirates is saying there is a grand final coming up, but I'm not sure what that is.
What are they talking about there?
Grand final on CG Tourney coming up shortly.
There isn't a is there a tourney going on at the moment, like a one-day thing?
Oh, you know what it is? It's the first of the Rocket Mayhems. That's what it is. So let's just see, ladies and gentlemen, if we can actually get that game up. So stick with us. We will